She said, confidence is the rocket booster for intent. Right now, you are intending to write 3 books simultaneously, and yet you are full of self-doubt. In your world right now, it is all about likes. It is all about followers. But that's putting the cart before the horse. You cannot evaluate the integrity of your work by other people's opinions of it. And yet you are so sensitive to other people because of your upbringing that it's very hard for you to disassociate yourself from other people. But know that within yourself, within the powers that come through your own being and the starlight energy that is the grace of God, that you can empower yourself and stop questioning yourself. It is simply a matter of deciding what you feel and think. And you know when the thoughts are disruptive. It doesn't matter to your work how many people like, subscribe, and follow you. Not in the broader sense of your work, because your work is about your own ascension. And you would like to show others how to make the choices to learn about choosing a different reality from the density of experience that you are immersed in at the moment. Those choices can be made. This is what you offer people. And your language may or may not be something everyone can associate with as they read your material. But simply forge ahead and put out the meditations, the information as you received it. And I thank my angel for this. And now I would like to ask about confidence for those of us, and I'm thinking particularly of a friend, the friend that asked me about this. And I feel as if now I'm moving to the human species consciousness pool. All of the light bringers are challenged by darkness. That darkness was instilled by forces here into anyone who is carrying a lot of light into this manifestation, in the sense that the density of this experience is not as light filled as other experience levels. There is much darkness here, particularly inherent in the human species at this time. And people sensitive to this are struggling with their own frequency and their own vibration. And so it is very important that you all support each other in keeping your frequency, vibration, attention, and choice of thoughts to the highest expression that's possible. And so this is why so many of you are teaching right now and never feel that your teaching is invalidated because someone else saw the self same information and yet they are conveying it in slightly different language. The light needs all the help it can get to reach this human experiment on Earth. And yes, indeed, it is an experiment because, well, you have other information on humanity must take self responsibility, and you have information on that. But I go back and I ask for my friend who experienced great abuse, a dismantling of herself in a slightly different flavor tone than I did in my beginning of this story. And the answer is coming that once she does not associate with her story any longer, then it won't matter. Whether she has confidence or not won't matter. And it should not matter to you either. I asked to see what the representative of this material is. This is a feminine expression, a woman. There are many transitions going on your planet at the moment. And the feminine energy, which has always been enslaved by the patriarchy to the point where you were nothing but broodmares in certain religions, that you could not refuse your husband, nor could you access any kind of birth control. And so you were forced to reproduce. And this is the highest, one of the highest insults to the divine feminine. And so, as a woman, you both struggle with the ease that you see men operating in the world. And yet, the great mystics were all women. So I asked, well, why did I choose to be female and not male? I'm getting a really funny answer to that. She said, because men are, um, how can I put that? The difference between a man and a woman's brain is very profound. And I know what she means, that men can only think one thing at a time, and women think in a matrix of details held all at the same time in our minds, and men cannot do that. So she said, actually, women are smarter. It's just that men get rewarded for extremely lineal thinking. And some women try to compete with men and change their very biology in their brain. And so aren't expressing the great gift of the feminine mind. And your friend has been a man for most of our incarnations. And this time she's a woman. And she is puzzled at why. What was granted in her previous lives is not granted to her, no matter how intelligent and how wise and how capable she is. And so when you use the word confidence, it only has to do with your immediate story, the story of who you are in this particular incarnation. You are carrying so many more entities with you than you could even guess at. They are with you. They are cheering for you. They are rooting for you. They are protecting you. And so when you leave the story of yourself by clearing your brain of the pathways of rejection, indecision, abuse, then you have a greater potential of accessing the knowledge and the direction and the purpose for your life. And with that, we close. And with that, I come back to the center of my mind and I flow back into my physical body. So thank you for coming to play with an example of the way that I channel. And until I see you again, please be well and please be blessed. Now, some part of me is not aware of what happened. So it'll be fun to look at this. And I wanted you to enjoy this incredible painting. I have several by this artist, and I absolutely love her work. All right. Be well. Be blessed.